The text I chose was Gender Blur by Alex V. Green, and chooses TikTok's gender swap filter as a visual case. I will combine the two and discuss how digital platforms affect our understanding of gender mobility. In Gender Blur, Green focuses on the development of non-binary identity in digital environment. He says that digital capitalism creates and reinforces new identity groups. These groups are often formed around common languages, labels, and interests. However, within digital capitalism, the political demands of these groups remain constrained by the interest of capital. Therefore, the media often use mobility or unlabeled to describe non-binary gender. Because these statements are more inclusive and acceptable while avoiding more acute practical problems such as violence, medical care, or inequality. And on the visual platforms such as TikTok, shared terms is more reflected in visual form than language, such as reusable filters like gender swap filters, which provides users with a unified gender change effect. Like Figure 1, this filter makes gender mobility more intuitive and better displayed, but it also simplifies complex gender issues into superficial visual experience. What are complex and personal gender experiences become a simple visual game on platform-driven visual systems. Gender is more often performed through algorithm-made images than lived through the body or social interaction. But when algorithms replace people in performing gender, their outputs are clearly not neutral. As Roha Benjamin explained in her discussion of the new Jim Code, technology often repeats and strengthens older biases in the name of innovation. So the filter would rely on existing beauty standards and also carry social biases. This is especially clear in Figure 2. Although the filter looks innovative, the gender images it creates are still biased. Like female features are smooth skin, larger eyes, a fuller body, and long hair, while male features are given harsher shadows and more defined contours. This kind of bias appears not just in the visual effects that the filter offers. It also appears in how gender experiences can be observed and shared. Just like Eva Ng argues, the experiences of marginalized groups are often softened in media contexts, so that they can be accepted without causing discomfort for the audience. It is clear that the gender swap filter were popular because of this, and the light and entertain gender experiences would certainly be suggested by the algorithm, but experiences related to gender anxiety and trans healthy care or gender operation are often marginalized. They do not enjoy the same level of visibility. And based on this distribution pattern, the algorithm functions exactly like what Sophia Nobel said. They do not get rid of the biases, they just enhance it. If the algorithm determines how the platform screens gender expression, core theory can explain why some expressions are more acceptable. As Dogen said, neoliberal culture does not completely exclude the core expression, but prefers those forms that are less political and will not impact the existing social structure. In other words, functions such as gender swap filter are not just a technical design, but conform to the platform's choices of safe and non-threatening expression. This seemingly diverse presentation is actually a kind of controlled mobility. gender change stay at the visual and experience level, and does not touch the real social or institutional consequences. In addition to cultural depoliticization, this technology also introduced a problem, which is the disparity between images and reality in cyberspace, especially regarding the issue of gender transformation. This is because the filters makes gender swapping seems like a very easy feat to achieve. All the individual has to do is click the screen, and then they will attain the perfect image that complies with the dominant notion of beauty. In this contrast, the users may feel that their real bodies are heavy, unstable, or imperfect. When the users become accustomed to the convenient and multiple digital self in the digital media environment, the contrast between the digital self and the real body become even greater. Technology may introduce a contradiction of body anxiety rather than dissolving the existing body anxiety in relation to gender. Overall, gender swap filters offer a form of gender fluidity, which is reduced to a simplistic form, being seen simply as a visual placing rather than a political statement. In doing so, these filters remove gender from a meaningful real-world experience in which it is mediated in a form which is easier to play and consume with algorithm. Although these changes in gender offer a visual form of experimentation, making gender visible, it is done so in a way which undermines both authenticity and politicals.